Now the impulse of the mind that is no longer confined to mortal form does infuse this lesser self with the higher consciousness and the crystal cup of that mind. O blessed and beautiful ones, my longing for my beloved is fulfilled in you, even as your longing for the beloved is fulfilled in us. And the longing of the mother's heart for the ascended one finds rest and repose in the heart of the Son. You are sons of the Son and daughters of the daughter. You are the birds that fly in the wind and are buoyed up by it. I come as a voice that echoes above and below, even one with a voice that speaks to you from the very innermost part of your heart. I come, Lanello, a very real part of each one of you. Does not our love make us one? And is not that oneness something so vast as to only be understood by those who have entertained it, entered into it, and attained it? The unspeakable is the love we share, and yet we speak it in our prayer, in the decree of the divine word. Yet we speak the unspeakable love as we preach that word of liberation to the captives. O captives, you who ought to be captive to the heart of God, I, Lanello, would set you free. Release then into the midst of the crystal that I am and the mist that I am to be, a flame, a single flame. And by the cosmic mirror, each one a mirror all his own, let that single flame, now a million billion flames, be the flame that does atone for world consciousness and sin and death and disease and discord. Oh, let the flame that I am, O God, and the flame that I ignite be a billion flames as candles held up in the night. It is the long night of the dark cycle, of our aloneness and our seeming separation in the very midst of our very close togetherness. Such are the dimensions of the cup, and I am no longer the cup, but the flame that does occupy the cup. And so, in the divine plan of the ages, known for ages by those who are thus made one. The law is fulfilled. Two are laboring in the field, and one is taken, and the other is left. So also is your vow. To your beloved I am presence, and your beloved twin flame. Serving in your respective spheres, you count the cycles of the years. Yours is not the longing to be free from the sacred labor, but to be free, to be within the sacred labor, the flame of immortality. Immortality clad with flesh and blood, ne'er can it be, yet what do I see? That indeed it has become reality. For I, the one immortal, am clothed upon with body, flesh, mind, and heart here below. And I am in you, with you, everywhere you go. Sometimes the distance seems so vast, even farthest than the farthest star, until you remember that last hand clasp that you remember from just the night before, when we have been together in the royal Teton or in our palace of light. So near and yet so far, this is the point of our twin flame star that accelerates the secret love star and the ruby ray within each breast. For when it appears to be so far, then you accelerate in the striving, lest you consider that in your arriving you need not any longer strive. But in the nearness is the comfort of home and of a victory won. Thus shall it ever be in the central sun, and yours is the gift so vast to penetrate, perceive, and experience the future in the now, even as the now is the transmutation of the past. You who then know the future and experience it with me, have a lessening of that longing to shuffle off this mortal coil, for in the future realization of God actualization, you know that in the here and now, and only in that now, is love's eternal vow performed. And the performance of that vow endures into the vast forever in all radial points of emanations of light from the central sun. Where shall we go, Lord? For the mother flame is in our midst. Need we descend into hell or ascend into heaven? Where we are, lo, the twain are manifest. And in the heart and soul of each beating breast is the heart of the bird held in the hand, and I yet hold you in my hand, for I would not have you take flight until there is manifest the fullness of the light here below in so many of our children who have not yet reinforced the contact or its thread. Now in the 7-year cycle of the 7 rings of my causal body, I come. 7 ages have passed for me. ages so vast, scarcely incomprehensible, except to you who have also passed through ages vast in these 7 years. Closer and closer to the flame you have come. Some have been willing to dive into the flame of the mother, and some have not. And those who have can scarcely be seen as being different from the rest, who as yet know not the bliss of that union. We have seen, beloved hearts, in the divine plan for this epoch, so great a challenge, so great a determination, that long ago we knew that our coming together and our parting would be for the reinforcement of the mission. And thus the longing of the mother for me is also fulfilled in each and every one of you. And your hearts, as flowers, form the chain that builds a mighty bridge, and through your hearts and to your hearts we come. Passing through, we embrace until another day. Occupy till I come. In spirit and in matter, individed, we occupy the polarity of a cosmos. But in your heart, we manifest the Tai Chi of the cosmic lovers, giving birth to your soul and to the man-child. I have been with you in your deliberations on the state of education in America. I am your guru of the education of the heart, and all that I have told you is for the preparation of your heart to receive Alpha and Omega. And so in receiving us, you have received the Father, Mother, God, who enter your temple and serve the little children of the world. These messages of Omega's manifesto, I myself would have delivered to you, but understand that it is essential for me to be where I am and for you to be where you are. For the holding of this balance of the polarity of life, so intense is the penetration of the eye of God through our witness and your own. So intense is the message of truth, so sharp the blade of Pallas Athena, that we must, each in our own time and space, each in our own eternity, occupy that place for the holding of the balance of this arrow of truth shot from the bow of the great archer. Blessed hearts, it is as though there had been cataclysm in the earth during this seminar. So great is the rearrangement of the atoms and molecules of consciousness when the penetrating word, heard by the Holy Spirit, reaches every cell and grain of sand and every soul, light and dark, upon the planetary body. This is the authorization of our witness. To this end is its purpose, that Alpha and Omega should speak through us to you, and through the Alpha and the Omega in you and your twin flame, to all the world, and all the world, and all the world. The echo of the mother's song, and of her lamentation, and of your judgments strong, yet continues in preparation for our coming and for the descent of Ascension's light. Elementals have washed the earth, washed the souls, washed the auras. My beloved, the law exacts a recompense, and the wheels of karma are ever turning. And thus, from this civilization, the law requires the payment of the price. Yet mercy is present in the flame of forgiveness and freedom you invoke. Thus not upheaval do we see in the rains that have come and the rains that are yet to come. But we see the mercy of the law, accepting a part of the price in place of the whole, that life might continue and there remain the bowl, so that into that bowl souls of light might yet pour the flame of their hearts' devotion unto one another. God, the very God of light, bends the bow, and the giant trees that move with the wind and the rain incline an ear to the heart of the child. We, so many of us, who come in white this day in honor of your ascension, know so well of the deliberations of your hearts, even as fear travels across the land in zigzag motions. Some men's hearts fail them for fear, while other men's hearts are filled with the good cheer of our message, of our teaching, and of the presence of the teacher in their midst. Earth changes are inevitable, my beloved. What they shall be and how they shall be remains to be seen. For the sands in the hourglass are yet falling, and the word of the Lord remains to be heard. We come then not with predictions, but only with prophecy of light, 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 and more light through you, whose crystal has made for us the opportunity to bring the rainbow of promise to the descendants of Noah. And the bow in the cloud is the promise of your ascension and of God's flame of peace, healing the nations, healing the souls. The divine plan for our community is the point of the diamond in the heart of Moria, and Moria's heart is the heart of his Chila. His Chila is the mother. For long ago, he, the Chila, bowed to the universal mother and committed his heart unto her divine will. And by, the universal mother, sent her daughter into the earth and made her the daughter of the Chila, of the mother. Thus it comes to pass that the mother flame above and the mother flame below is a firmament of being, and the mother flame above in the entire spirit of the Great White Brotherhood is reflected below in the Chilas of goodwill, whose flame of mother is a fountain of joy and hope and love to all angels and masters and children and elementals. Therefore, the fragrance of the fountain is the key to the mystery, to be or not to be, here in Camelot, there in Camelot. The geography of the earth is become the geometry of a God obedience. He, my friend, and my brother, and my teacher, most beloved Godfrey, who comes with great concern for America, her people, and her heart. Other patriots and the goddess of liberty gather in the gathering on this my Ascension Day. The 14 ascended masters who hold the flame of the path of initiation of Alpha and Omega in the hearts of this people have also come as they have deliberated in the Royal Teton Retreat. There is, you see, my beloved, much activity at inner levels, preparing not only the cradle, but the ark. Our Chilas are the cradle, our Chilas are the ark, for the safety of the children of the sun, of the Chilas, and of the most precious teaching that is the legacy for the future generations who must pass from higher octaves into earth, even through the Chilas of the light. On this day of days, I call you then to pour yourself into the crystal chalice of my cup, for it is the infinite cup of God. Let the Chilas of the light be poured now into my matrix, that we may see together and give the decree. Drink me while I am drinking thee. For I would pour myself this day, the fullness of my ascension flame, into the chalice of your heart. I would make of you each one the Lanello that I am, and not the fellow that I was. I would have you be the fullness of my ascended master mastery. I would set the matrix within you whereby you can leap into the sun, and in the center of the sun calculate with that cosmic calculus the beginning and the ending of worlds unborn and being born, and worlds dying only to return again. This day I return to you by the mother that now bears me, the cosmic mother into whose life I am born. That new birth of the Ascension flame is preparing in you each one. In the course of that preparation, we have many miles to go. I would speak to my children and to my brothers and sisters all across the earth, you who are and indeed make up the very cells of my heart and my heart's longing. Come closer then into the communion of my heart and into the communion of the Mother. For we would bear with you and in you the message of a golden shore and a new reality, and of a journey that is to come, a journey that we will make together. I call my Chalice, come now into my heart, for I would press you together and make of you one flame, one cup, one elixir, that I might offer unto the Lord, that he might drink, and in drinking so contain ye all. So come now to my heart, for I would speak to you out of the great silence of that heart, and impress upon you the message of my soul. O my beloved, in these microseconds of infinity, I have pressed unto your soul as pressed flowers the memory of the future that is past and the past that will be future, the vision of the goal and the road that leads to the goal. I have pressed unto the petals of your soul the blueprint of the power and the love that you will need to follow the word of wisdom. For wisdom is the shining one, the mother who bears the banner of the Son of God, the world mother rides with the Ancient of Days to lead the armies of heaven and the armies of earth. The banner is the banner of the cross. A golden cross superimposed with a ruby cross, and the twain entwined with roses that climb. And the roses that bloom upon the stalk are the fruit of life, and the blossoms for the healing of all strife. They bloom through the chakras of the stars and the centers of souls that are burning with love. And atop the intertwined crosses, the crown of life. This is the banner of the World Mother, the symbol of the twofold victory of her children. Victory in bearing the golden flame of illumination to the nations. Victory of the body and blood of Christ upon the cross, transmuted into the ruby ray. Light from far-off worlds, be the guiding light of these souls. I am Lanello. I ride my white charger in the distance, almost beyond view. Yet I go before the caravan, the herald of the King who is the man-child, aborning within the cosmic womb of Mother, within the heart of her children, and the Lord of Lords, who is indeed Sanat Kumara. He, the God of very gods whom we know and adore. He, the person of the formless form. He, the one who is the Guru of all gurus, because he was first the Chila among Chilas. There is peace in my heart, because there is peace in the earth this day. And the peace in the earth is the peace in the heart of my Chila and my Chilas. In the sweet love of our memories, memories of all light years and the highways we have traveled, I seal you with the kiss of my love, planted upon the brow, that you might remember my beloved. I am with you now as always, and always I will be with you unto the victory by the banner of the World Mother and the banner of Maitreya. In the communion of our hearts and in the community of our life is the key to salvation unto all. Bless you, my child, my very own.